Hey, if you guys ever hit drives that are a little bit swipey, go to the right a little bit, maybe those high soft fades, it could be that your swing plane's a little bit too steep. That's what we found with my friend Dave here, and within just a few minutes of working with Ed on getting a more flat swing, he gained about 15 to 20 yards of distance on his driver, and I think it's going to go up to maybe 30 or 40 as you keep practicing and get more consistent.
And it felt a lot better too.
Yep, and it looked a lot better.
Until I retired 7 years ago, I played once or twice a year. I hit behind that one.
Does that happen very often?
Not very often, but it does happen.
This is pitching wedge. Let me just watch a few pitching wedges. Just aim at the blue flag.
All right.
I took a while to start talking to Dave about what I wanted to work on. It was obvious to me that his backswing and downswing was too steep, but frankly, he remarkably hit the ball pretty straight in spite of doing that. Straighter than most guys I would see with the same problem. And one of the things I am always careful about is I don't want to screw somebody up. If they're hitting pretty straight shots, they're obviously delivering the club head pretty square at impact, and I was a little concerned what might happen if I flattened him out on his backswing and his downswing. But I decided to tell him that and to show him that, and I'm sure glad I did, because it was almost immediate improvement. And it didn't cost him anything in terms of really mishitting the ball or hitting big hooks, which I was a little afraid of at first. So one of the great things you do is you frankly take the club back outstanding. Okay, so your first move back is great. It's from here that the club, as it comes back to the top, gets too steep.
Too steep, okay. Too vertical.
Okay. Yep, too vertical. And so I would prefer that club to be more back in here somewhere.
Okay.
Okay. Frankly, that's the only thing you really need to improve on. You're 70s, all right?
Yes.
I'm 66. Sometimes it's a little bit of a flexibility issue in your left shoulder that keeps you from being able to turn and get there. So that's what we're going to have to figure out if you can do it.
Okay.
But if you can, that's what I would tell you. I'm going to erase those lines. And because it's too steep there at the top, you can see you take the club back to parallel, which is great. But do you see how it's kind of over your neck or over your head?
Yes, it should be behind.
And I would like it over your shoulder.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
And that's probably what your best swing thought's going to be, is you're just going to try to take the club over your shoulder, okay?
Okay.
Because what happens from there is then the club gets very vertical on the downswing to start. Most people in this position on the way down would hit everything way right, okay? And your miss is right for that reason, but you do a pretty good job of getting the club square. And you'll see as it keeps coming down, do you see how the club's over your ear there now?
Mm-hmm.
See,
Keeps coming.
Ideally, see, that should be more on the original shaft angle that we started
with.
Understand?
Yes.
Yeah. I gave him probably one of my favorite drills with an orange whip on how to learn to flatten your swing out and how to feel it by touching his shoulder on his backswing and touching his shoulder on the follow-through. So you'll see it was a pretty dramatic difference, especially if you watch him swing the orange whip, how good it made his swing look. And it'll help you too if you have a problem being too steep. So you already have an orange whip at home.
Yes, I do.
So this is how I would practice it, more than hitting balls.
Okay.
Okay? So you can do it in the backyard. Okay? Maybe 30 swings a day. Okay? Or more if you want.
Do it,
but
yeah.
30 a day would be pretty good. If you hold it out here kind of parallel to the ground and you swing it around you, and then you gradually let the head get lower. And do you see how I'm touching my shoulder on the way back
Yes.
and the way through? That's the best way to learn to feel that. Now your hands would be higher than that and wouldn't touch your shoulder, but just for the sake of learning where that feels is a pretty good way to do it.
Okay.
Let me see you do that just from right there. And so go ahead and hold on to it and let me swing you, okay? So go ahead and take your grip. So yeah, but if we came down to here, this would come through. Feel how it'll touch your shoulder.
That feels different.
All right. And then feel how it'll touch your shoulder. And you don't have to go fast at first. I don't want you to hurt yourself.
Right.
But just try to do that where it touches your shoulder, touches your shoulder. And I really recommend the orange whip for two reasons. It's obviously heavy, right?
Oh yeah.
And it really stretches you out. Can you feel that in your left shoulder?
Oh yeah.
And so I do think what you'll need to do is over a period of a couple weeks, do this a lot, and you'll just naturally stretch out by swinging this thing, and it'll be easier for you to get your club in
that could be part of the reason I'm not.
That's what I found with most guys our age is that you move to the path of least resistance.
Just because it is.
Yes. And so, but it violates the principle of why the club's on an angle, and does that make sense? We don't want it to go up and down. We want it to go around in a tilted circle. So. And there's no doubt, in my opinion, just by doing this exercise for the next few weeks, that you won't even have to think about your swing. It'll just naturally flatten on the way back. The fall enrollment period for Medicare is coming up soon. We've partnered with a company called Chapter, and that's the business they're in, is helping their people find the plans that best fit their needs. AskChapter.org/golf, or the number here on your screen. You'll talk to a real person and they'll help you with any questions you might have for your individual needs.
That's right. My mom and dad went through the process and they figured out they're actually already on the right plan, but it gave them a lot of peace of mind that they're not paying more than they need to for the services that they get.
You can go to AskChapter.org/golf and find out more information.
Or call the number on your screen.
How's that feel? Different?
It does feel different.
And then,
not bad.
Good. It looks great from behind. You'll see that on the video.
Okay.
How good that looks. So let's do it with driver now to feel you touch your shoulder and touch your shoulder. Just real easy, no faster than that, just the same thing.
Yeah, without that heavy weight of the ball, I may not even touch my shoulder.
You may not, but just try to. And I don't want you to touch your shoulder in your swing. I mean, that's so.
Kind of makes me feel like the flashlight device.
It would be like the flashlight. So the flashlight would help you a lot. So.
And I can do that indoors.
Yep.
Within reason.
And even before you would leave to go play, you know, get in your backyard for 2 minutes and swing the orange whip and touch your shoulders and touch your shoulders.
I know Patrick brings his along when he plays, right at the course. All right.
And then the only thing, go ahead and set up there. The other thing that I mentioned when we were looking at your video was your left hand.
Yes.
Your right hand's perfect, okay?
Okay.
So don't ever change it any direction or any way. It's perfect.
All right.
And the way it butts up against your left thumb and left hand is perfect too, okay? Now I do think go ahead and you can take the right off. I do think you have the club too much in the palm of your hand on your left hand.
Okay.
And I think, see, we want to get this part of this heel pad on top of the shaft.
Oh, really?
Yes. And then that's much more in your fingers. Can you feel that?
Okay. Oh, yeah.
And then your right hand would just match up the way it always has. And it might feel a little different, but...
See, now if I do that, it makes me look like my club head is...
Well, but then that's just an adjustment
just a setup.
there.
Okay. Okay.
But yes, that's one of the reasons why you leave the club face open, is because it's in the palm of your left hand too much.
And it's...
So the fact that it closed it when we did that should tell you that that'll help you to square the face up, okay?
So it's part of the setup then.
So it's just in the fingers more. And I noticed that from the first swing you took. I could see from behind the way you take your grip. I just knew it was too much in the palm.
Okay, I see that now.
And I would recommend that too. And it's hard to change the grip even a little bit sometimes, but it'd be worth it for you in my opinion.
Was that also
with everything,
with the irons and everything too?
Yes, okay. Sir. Yes, sir. Good. Let's try to hit some with driver now. You don't need to change your grip unless you're comfortable doing it yet. I'm more worried about over the shoulder on the backswing. Okay?
Okay.
But it's up to you on the grip. If you want to try it, try it.
I'm trying it.
Okay. Yeah, that looks much better to me from back here. Good. And I was going to tell you, so as we get, that doesn't surprise me that you would hit it off the heel there, because as we swing more around, the club's going to swing farther away from you. And so you might have to get an inch farther from the ball, okay?
Okay.
So, but you'll figure that out. That feel more powerful?
It did. It did. It did. Oh my gosh. And that was with the finger or the left hand.
And that should be more powerful in of itself. Just holding it more in the fingers with your left hand should be more powerful, okay? For two reasons. I think it'll let you square your club face up a lot easier, and that'll help alone. But it's actually, I think you'll get a little more club head speed too.
Little club head speed too.
Yep.
Interesting. Okay, so.
And I told you might hook some.
Yeah.
It's all right.
It's all right.
I hoped you would hook some, that frankly, so it's okay.
I want to affirm your prediction. Yeah.
Yep. Pat, you told me you were an engineer.
Yes, sir.
Is a golf grip skinnier or thicker than a baseball bat?
It's skinnier.
Skinnier. Skinnier than a tennis racket.
Oh, skinnier than a tennis racket.
Yes.
Which I played a lot.
So, in tennis, we hold it in the palm of our hand. And in the palm of our hand is really good at hitting something at waist high. But the ball's not waist high, it's on the ground. So, engineers have figured out how to make an implement to hit something on the ground. And the reason it has a skinny grip is because you're supposed to hold it in your fingers.
Not your whole hand, not the palm of your hand.
Not the palm of your hand.
Which is what I was doing.
Good, a little farther from it. Over your shoulder, going back. And that's one thing you'll see is it'll flatten your ball flight out too. It'll be a lot more penetrating if you swing more around rather than up and down.
Interesting.
So that's another reason why this will be more powerful, is because you're going to transfer more energy forward rather than up in the air. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Well, that is amazing. I'll do that as long as I can still play the senior tees.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't.
At 70, you're welcome to do that.
I did a little before that too, but
Half inch farther.
yeah.
Half inch farther. Good. Over your shoulder going back. Oh, that is so much better, Dave.
No way. Wow. I'm impressed with myself.
Yep, good shot. And that was a nice trajectory, wouldn't you agree?
Oh yeah. It was pretty darn straight. Little tail to the right. Well, that's already 10 yards. Better than what I hope to normally.
And if you like to go to the range, hit a couple drives, and then bring your orange whip, do that drill with the orange whip again. So let it touch your right shoulder going back. Yep, left shoulder going through. Great. All right, go ahead and here, we'll switch. And then go ahead and hit one for me and feel like you're over your shoulders. And I just alternate between that when you practice, and it'll really speed up your process, I think. All right, we just weren't far enough away from the ball, okay?
Is it? See, yeah.
Because that hit the heel, because you're just not used to the club swinging that much farther away.
Plus, I think I am more used to standing closer.
You are.
So standing back.
People stand the distance they do because that's where their swing is swinging. The more up and down you swing, the more closer to your feet you get. The flatter you get, the farther away you get. With your irons, you actually address them on the hosel. I'm sure other guys have wondered what in the world you're doing. I know he
asked me that the other day.
But it's because that's where you have to start, because the club swings closer on the way down because you're too steep.
And I've just modified my swing to work with that. And I shouldn't have to.
So feel like you go over your shoulder, going back, and then just hit it. Isn't that good?
Oh, yeah. I just want to watch that.
You can watch that. Me too. Good job. That was great. You did great.
Thank you. That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
And you like that drill with the orange whip.
And I have one, so.
Yeah, use it. Gosh, I promise you in a couple weeks of swinging with this thing, it'll...
Now, when I practice swinging with that, as I just did, that was for the driver.
It is, and that's about all this is good for because of the length of it.
Oh, yeah, unless you choke up and then. Yeah.
But it'll be the same feeling with the irons. Okay. You just the driver. If you can do it correctly with the driver, it'll be easier with the irons.
With the irons automatically. Okay.
Yeah. And the flashlight will help you there too.
Okay. I'm all set up. Yeah, I've got all the props.
Yep.
Why don't I use them?
Good. You did a good job. I'll tell you a quick story. It had to be in the early 90s. I was just starting to teach, and I went to the PGA National Teaching Summit. It was in New Orleans then at the Superdome. And I ran into Jimmy Ballard and got to talk to him for a few minutes. He would never remember this. But you know, I told him I was just starting to teach, and he asked me what my philosophies were. And I told him basically the same ones I have today, that I try to get people to swing the club on the right plane and have a square club face. And he said, that's good stuff. He goes, I'll tell you one thing I've found is that if a player swings the club over their shoulder on the backswing and over their shoulder on the follow-through, no matter what club they're using, they'll always be on plane. So he goes, I don't really worry about the swing plane. I just watch to see if their club's over their shoulders or not. And I've always remembered that. And I mentioned that probably several times a month with different students, but not everybody. But it's a good swing thought. And
well, I had no idea. That has helped already. Now I just have to practice.
Yep, good. Good luck. If you need any questions, just ask.
Yeah, okay? Thank you.
All right.